fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, Izuku Midoriya, after being turned into the hybrid of a vampire and a werewolf, he began his new journey. He needs to find his mother and then make a plan from there. Now, after 24 hours of being a lichen, or a hybrid, not a lichen, my bad, Midoriya, he's beginning to somewhat grow accustomed to his powers. Now, Midoriya, he is aiming his rage. He's letting the primal instincts take over. After fighting a bunch of lichens in a police station and murdering them all, he broke his mother out of jail. And she was confused to see what her baby boy has turned into, as they then ran away. Now, the police station, its power was out, and whenever people start to call into that office and no one shows up, things do get a little bit more concerning. Later on, or early the next morning, it is reported that an entire precinct of cops was found murdered. As we have Izuku Midoriya and, well, everybody else. Now, Midoriya and Celine and Toga and his mother, they are all in a warehouse currently. Midoriya talking about how they should be getting out of the city. You insolent little child. You do not understand what's going on. After everything that's been going on and we've done, we can't outrun them. How do you know that? Because I've worked with them for over 1,000 years. You're over 1,000 years old. Yet you still look like that. Doing pretty good for your age. This is no time to joke around, and I'm not joking. Listen. We need to stick to the original plan me and my mother had. We've been going from town to town, hiding our identities. Hell, I've gone by like 10 different other names. Michael Corvin? Yeah. That's the one I've been using for the last couple years. I just secured a job too. If I didn't go on that fucking boat, none of this shit would have happened. Now, Celine is confused. Toga is simply telling her that the guy was in a boat accident. Remember the one that was reported? He was the only survivor? No, I did not. Yeah, Celine, you don't really take the time to enjoy things. Her looking at Toga. Toga just bringing her hands up and saying that she's sorry. Anyways. This boat idea. Exactly what is your plan then? We're on the open sea. We can't hide from the sun unless it's a, well, bigger boat. That's just the thing. Neither of you are coming with us. Me and my mother. We can get out of here and you can continue on in this little war you have. We just need to go. New identities. Again. Rinse and repeat until that's all she wrote. Really? And how long are you willing to continue that? For the rest of my life. Do you mean for the rest of your life? Or for the rest of your mother's life? Midoriya turning his head. As he does look behind him to see if his mother is awake. She is currently hiding out in that car or sleeping in the car that they did steal and used to get away. What do you mean? I said I'm over 1,000 years old, and I've virtually had my aging screech to a halt. So, there's you. A hybrid. You might live for thousands of years. What? Yes. The first vampire, Marcus, and his brother William. The very first two. They've been alive for eons. And you being both, you will outlive us all. Hell, there's a good chance that you might possibly even die before the sun gives out. Or after it, actually. Since you do have vampire traits and can see in the dark. Hmm? You're kidding me, right? No, I'm not. Unlike a normal human, we don't age. The same way, exactly. So, you're telling me I'm immortal? Yes. However, your body will one day reach its physical prime. After that, your aging should slow down more and more. Especially since you are newborn. The first, I believe, couple years, they will process. Especially since you're so young when you turned. Even purebreds, they do the same thing. They age like normal up until they're full grown. How do you... Because of the second generation lichen. What? Yeah. There's a lot of information you do not know about. Which is exactly why you need me. And her. Hmm? No, I don't. Now listen. Me and my mother are taking that car, getting out of here and getting a boat. But, er, hmm. Actually, wait. Now, Midori is trying to think. Okay, tactics, tactics, tactics. What do we have? Okay, there's the fact that they know a lot more information than I do about all of this stuff. I'm only a few, well, 2 days old actually. Technically, since I came back. And then there's if I do outlive everyone in my own generation, I don't want to see the same thing happen to my mother. I at least want her to grow old. Mm. But she's in more danger if she's near me. Plus, there's the fact that I'm getting hungry again. I need something to eat. I feel like I'm starving. Izuku. Hmm? What? You're hungry, aren't you? You should get her away from you. Otherwise, you might feed on her by mistake. What are you talking about? You'll go savage. You'll kill her and you'll eat her. You'll wake up with her with a bloody corpse in your hands, screaming. Hating yourself. What? Yes. Your plan does hold some merit. However, put her on the boat and send her off. Tell her that you'll find her again. Don't let her know where you're going, however, or don't let yourself know where she's going. If anything does happen, then they might try to find her and use her against you. What? Yes. Ah. Okay. We're a few hours ahead of the Death Dealers. So, let us see. I have a few ideas. Now, Celine does begin to look around the warehouse, trying to find anything. Now, with this being an old machine shop, she does find a few buckets of oil, as she does actually take them and pick them up, walking over to the vehicle and actually being to black out the windows from both sides, as she would inform Toga to give her a hand here. Now, Midoriya just asking her what she's doing, her stating that she's making the vehicle a bit more easier for them to travel. Now, Midoriya would just walk over, as he would grab the bucket from her hand and tell her that that's quite simple, tossing it down and opening the trunk, saying that if they're going to leave, they're getting in the trunk, and he'll drive. It's easier. Besides, oil on cars, not really that popular in this century, I can tell you that much. Now, Celine does get annoyed. However, Midori is making a right call. Her actually going to get in, as Toga would squeeze in too. Now, Midori would then close the trunk, walk around the vehicle, and get in the driver's seat. As he would turn the car on, and Inko would wake up. Midoriya putting it in drive as they do get out. Now, Inko herself does begin to ask her son questions, asking him about where they're going. Mom, don't worry about it. Just go back to sleep. Now, Inko, she is looking at Midoriya, who is just keeping his eyes on the road as they do begin to drift upwards towards the rearview mirror. Along with that, she also does see Midoriya's right hand, as he does have it on the center console. Midoriya is forming his hands almost into a fist. It's sort of like he's scratching an animal. The way he's trying to make a fist and ball his hand, but he's also trying not to do so at the same time. Now, Midoriya, he's doing that. As Inko would ask Midoriya if he's hungry. Him immediately jolting his eyes into the rearview mirror. What? Yeah, we should stop and get some food. Yeah, food would be good. Now, they would stop at a place, as Celine's voice would be heard, asking exactly why are they stopping. Midoriya informing her about what's going on, as Inko would get out and go to get some things to eat. Now, she would come out of the, gas station and have a bit of things. Having a few energy bars, some waters, bags of chips, and even handing over to Midoriya a donut. Now, Midoriya would just look down at the donut, as he does pull out of the place and begin to try and eat it. Now, Midoriya is able to eat the donut, noticing that it does have a different taste. Now, Midoriya does begin to try and eat a bunch of food, and he even does scarf down the bag of chips. Enko watching Midoriya try and eat, gorging himself on this food. As there is some time later, Midoriya is driving down an old back road, as his stomach hurts a lot. And he does pull over before throwing the door open and running out to go puke. Now, Midoriya would do this, as all the food, it was horrible. And he does come walking back over. Him actually smashing his hand on the trunk asks Celine, why does, food taste different? Easy, because you can't process it. You're shitting me, right? No, we are not. In fact, sorry to tell you this, but you can't even eat beef, chicken, poultry, or pigs. You can take the blood, but it's basically just, as you would call it, hollow calories. Shit. So you're telling me human blood? Human meat? Yes, that would be correct. Now, Midoriya does just get angry, realizing that this is all bad. This is also very, very bad. Now, with that being said, Midoriya then actually does look to his left and see that the sun is going down, telling Celine that it's almost time for her to get out. Now, Midoriya would walk around the vehicle and get back in the driver's seat, taking the water bottle he does have and rinsing out his mouth. As he does spit out the window, he just tosses the water bottle back into the passenger seat, as he would just bring his hands up and put the car in drive, before he does take off. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he does begin to start sweating bullets, and Inko can see from his hands on the wheel that they're already beginning to get a little bit darker, and his nails have already gotten long and sharp, asking Izuku if he's okay. Him looking at her from the rearview mirror, as she does just see that his teeth got longer and his eyes got black. I'm fine. Izuku, you don't look okay. Listen, we just need to find a place to stop. That's all I need. I need some rest. I haven't slept at all. Izuku, you really do need to stay calm. And just, I am calm. Midoriya would snap, him actually ripping off a piece of the steering wheel, looking at it before just tossing it in the passenger seat, as he does continue driving. Now, Midoriya does just stay silent, as we do cut to inside Midoriya's head, where he's just thinking, okay, focus on the road, come on. Come on. You can do this. My stomach hurts so much. I feel hungry. I feel tired. I feel exhausted. I feel like I just ran a marathon and someone poured fire down my throat. Shit. I just need a little bit of blood, don't I? I couldn't. No. No, I can't. No, don't even think about that. Now, Roy will continue driving, his eyes sometimes drifting to the back seat. Now, Enko, at this point, she does actually begin to feel a bit scared, as Midori does eventually see a rest stop. Right now they're about 30 minutes from the water, or the ocean. And Midori, he does pull in and smile, as the more he does stop the car, he does just open the door a bit hard, as he then does just walk over and go to jump up on it. Now, Enko, she actually would open the trunk for Celine and Toga. As they do get out, Toga does stretch, while Celine does look for Midoriya. He's up there. Is he okay? He's hungry. Yes. Whenever you turn into a werewolf, you usually do need to eat a bit more. And with the fact that he's having vampire cravings as well, it isn't too good. Yes. If he does have our abilities, both vampire and werewolf, it's safe to assume he does also have the hunger, or possibly an increased variant of it. So he needs blood. Yes, he does. In fact, we'll all need blood soon. Okay. So, I can just give him some of mine, can't I? You really do not understand what you're asking, are you? If he feeds off of you, there's a good chance that you will die within the first hour. If you don't, you'll turn into one of him, I think. We don't know. He is an unknown. In all of my years, I've never seen anything like this boy. And in fact, it's scary. Now, Toga does look at Celine a bit more concerned, since she's never heard her say she was scared of something. Now, what Oya does is jump down from the boat, talking about how this will work. It's got a small little cabin inside, and its own little bathroom. Along with that, there's at least some fishing gear aboard. So, you can stay out there for a while. It's small in a tight space, but it's no smaller than one of those weird apartments. Izuku, you can't just go around stealing this. They'll find it. Besides, I don't even think I have enough fuel to. Trust me, you'll get there. Wherever you go. Just don't tell me. Now, Midoriya, he would then go to walk over to the bar. Midoriya pulled into a smaller rest stop, or at least a hotel area and a bar next door. As Midoriya does walk over, he does try to ask about that boat. Now, Midoriya would ask the bartender, as he does get a few people talking. Now, some of them are confused as to why a younger kid is in here. However, Midoriya just does talk about how he is not a kid. He's 25 years old. His quirk just makes him look like this. And he's having a shitty day. He needs to buy that boat and get out of here. Buy it. Kid, there's no way you're taking my boat. Oh, so it's yours. Yeah. Got a problem with that, kid? Oh, no problem at all. Just a bit cranky, you know? I haven't slept in a while. I haven't eaten in a bit. In fact, it's very hard to control myself. Kid, you sure you don't want authorities? I said not to call me a kid. What are we to say? The man bring out his finger and just saying that he has a strength cord just so he knows. Good for you. What are we to say? As he does bring up his own hand and push against the man. Now, the man Midoriya did push with a bit of force. The guy rushing at Midoriya. As we do have outside, where Inko is asking Celine if they can keep a low profile and just get there. Well, that all just depends. What do you mean by low? This being where some glass does shatter. And the guy Midoriya did attack is currently outside. As we do have Midoriya, who actually does come jumping through the window, as he actually does still begin to change. Him actually get onto his feet, as the shirt he's wearing is ripping. And he does grow bigger and bigger. As he then just does crack his knuckles. The guy getting back onto his feet, asking what the hell is he? As he just does run forwards and smash his fist directly at Midoriya's face. Midoriya not even flinching. As he just does grab the man by his arm and quickly throw him over him, smashing him downwards as the guy does break his back with enough force, along with his arm. Midoriya then just doing one simple thing. He feels it, his hunger, and he does give in, as he does bare his fangs in the guy to see him. Midoriya throwing his mouth directly into the man's neck, as he does begin to drink blood. Now, Celine does begin to walk over, and try to pull Midoriya off. As Midoriya, as he is feasting, he does just throw back his right hand, and hit Celine, sending her flying backwards and across the road. Now, with that being said, Inko does walk up. It's Zuko! Midoriya actually breaking focus, as he just does have a blank expression on his face, before turning to face his mother. You need to stay calm. Control yourself. Hungry. I understand that, but you can't be doing this. Baby, it's gonna be okay. Just turn back. Now, people do come running outside, as they do see this guy who's trying to bring up his good hand to cover his wound. As one of the guys who does walk out does actually just start brandishing a firearm. As he does actually bring it up, pointing it directly at Midoriya, telling him that he's done it now. Now, Midoriya does just turn to look at the sky, as the guy does blink. Everyone around him screaming as he does open his eyes, and Midoriya is directly in front of him. Him bringing his hand up and grabbing the gun. The guy firing it point blank into Midoriya's chest, as he does look down, expecting to see a gaping wound. However, Midoriya just does grab the gun out of his hand and pick him up, holding him into the air as to just scream at him, before just snapping his neck and letting him go. Now, Celine does walk back up, as she does actually just jab Midoriya with her fist directly in the back of the neck, as hard as she can. Now, the moment that does actually happen, Midoriya does go falling forwards, as he would transform back. Celine grabbing him by his leg and beginning to pull him. Now, the moment she actually does do this, she does walk over to the guy who is still on the ground, as she does actually begin to reach through his pockets and find the keys to the truck and the boat. Hey, you can't be doing that. Trust me, he doesn't need them anymore. Now, Celine, she then also does inform everyone here that they're also not going to be here anymore either. Now, Celine does drag Midoriya over and toss him into the truck, as Midoriya is still sweating and panting heavily. Now, they do then drive off with this vehicle and the boat, as we do cut over to the shore, where Inko, she's being given the keys and told everything, along with given the money the man did have on him. Now, Inko is informed that she also will need to do one simple thing. Leave here now, and do not come back. Don't let us know where you're going. Don't try to contact us. Don't try to reach out. Talking about how she'll take care of her boy from here on. Are you sure? Yes. Listen, even vampires are like this whenever they're newborns. So was I. However, he broke my collarbone with a single swipe. He's gonna be quite powerful, you know. After he gets over the cravings, he'll learn to control it. Just so you know. I just don't understand it. I wish I would have been there. I wish I just told him no that day. The extra money for the boat? It wasn't worth it. Well, can you just let him know I said goodbye then? I will. Now, Inko does begin to turn around and walk away, getting on the boat as she does just drive off, looking back to see if Midoriya will come running out. As we do cut back over to that bar, as Inko is driving, leaving the country on the boat, we do have the vampires, as one does come walking up and see that they're still trying to treat the man, as he's already dead on the floor. Now, they are hot on Midoriya's tail, and they know this. They have to be very careful, especially because if Marcus finds out about this, a lot of them can get into trouble, just for simply allowing this to happen. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.